What did California lose in the War on Terror? More than any other state in the U.S. Leroy Harris Kelly III, enlisted at 17, married at 18, became a father at 19, and was dead at 20.
Leroy was born in Costa Rica. And when he came and he gave me that news that he was going to enlist, I tell him, I did tell him, why? You can still go to college here. We'll help you. You don't need to enlist. That's okay. But then he said, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to go and serve my country. He was happy. He was very, very, very proud of serving the United States Army.
I was saying, it's the army of one, dog. That's what stuff he liked to say.
He just felt that that was part of his duty going to the army, and he was very, very proud, and so was I.
Leroy was buried in the suit he wore to the prom. His parents still live in the house he grew up in. It's become a shrine to their dead son.
The personality that he had in him, he was very happy. I could never get mad at him. I could never get upset. I would try to be upset at him. I'd try to reprimand him with stuff. And I'll always have to turn my head and smile and laugh, because then he would come up to me, he would kiss me, he would hug me, he would say a joke.
I think he would have been like an entertainer, because he was good. You know, he used to take the kids them and get them together and start making like a show and stuff. He could pick up things quick.
It's very painful. There is not one day that I don't think about him.
It's like, you know, you feel like part of you die. And and then sometimes, you know, you get different emotions. You know, it's my only male son. And, you know, like guys always want to have you want to have a male. Because you always say that's the person who's going to continue your legacy, you know. And, well, the Lord took him.
He was 2 weeks away from coming home. I talked to him 3 days before the accident happened. And never in my mind I thought, you know, that I was going to, you know, come home one evening and have somebody waiting for me to give me the news that I lost my baby. I had to stay plugged in church, praying every day. One thing that helped me, I work in a dental office. I went back to work, you probably would say a week later. The doctor allowed me to come back on my terms, whatever, you know, whenever I was ready. What I got was a lot of support from a lot of my patients. A lot of our patients were there for me. A lot of my co-workers, my doctors, my family.
Former Mayor Rocha from Azusa, he was very supportive to us. You know, he was always there for us, and that helped us a lot too.
This is the family photo. That's my mom, that's my husband, my daughter, and there is Leroy. He loved his sister. He did adore her. I mean, they were buddies. He was very mischievous. He sent me this one, and I don't know, when I looked at that picture, I can totally read his heart right there. I can tell that my son he was okay. He was content. He was happy where he was. He loved his job. He loved what he was doing.
Guiselle has worn a big button with her son's face on it every day for the last 17 years.
I feel like I have him with me all the time. This is my hero. And I can wear a t-shirt. I would wear a t-shirt with his picture on it, and I would always wear a pin with me. It would always be with me, always. I've been wearing it for 17 years.
Leroy died during one of the bloodiest months for California military members in the War on Terror, April 2004, when 22 troops were killed. California lost 776 men and women in uniform during the protracted war, including 4 from the suicide bombing in Afghanistan during the U.S.'s withdrawal in August. About 20% of the casualties were too young to drink legally, but old enough to enlist and die. They left behind 453 children.
Somebody has to do the job, and some make that choice to do that job to protect us. I can't even explain exactly how painful it is, how hard it is.
I want to say, thanks all the veterans for the service. Most of all, I want to say to my son up in heaven. That,
We miss him.
that I love him.
We love you and we miss you, Leroy. You would forever, ever, ever be in our heart. You will never be forgotten. And thank you for always loving us. I love you and I will forever love you and miss you. My son, I'm so proud of you. Private First Class Leroy Harris Kelly III.